I'm in Veer Towers in Las Vegas, Nevada, and I'm actually in a one bedroom, two bath unit. Yes, two baths. It's very rare. And on top of that, it actually has a corner. It's a corner unit. You don't see this in Veer. Sorry, you don't see a one bedroom, two bath unit that's also in the corner of the building, giving you mountain views over here on the full west exposure with the Aria, and then you have the full strip view. Yeah, I didn't even mention that was a strip view. Like, this is a full-on strip view. You have absolutely everything. The Bellagio fountains will be right behind that area here, so you're going to see them. Oh my gosh, they're popping up right now. Okay, so they're really low. I think they're going to start building up over there. But there is going to be the Bellagio fountains views for sure. And then you have the Las Vegas Boulevard. So if you're into F1 racing, the F1 race goes right down here. You have a front row. Let me see if I can zoom in a little bit. Look at that. You got front row parking right over there. And then, you know what? I'm excited for the fountains. I just zoomed in a little bit. Can we see? Maybe they'll start coming up. If I catch it, they'll start coming up in a little bit. But if I do see it, I'll let you know. So this is a one bedroom, two bath unit. Let's get to the front door so you can take a look at this thing. All right, so coming over here, we're about 850 square feet. We got the front door on this side. It is a standard unit. Well, actually, it's not standard. This is pretty good. I was going to say, I was looking at this. This being having just one peephole instead of two, that means that it's a non-ADA, it's a standard unit. If you go to a unit in Veer that has one up top and then one down below, that means that's for, I guess, it's an ADA or Americans with Disabilities Act, so it has to accommodate someone in a wheelchair. So you have your closet right off to the left, which actually tricked me because I thought this was a closet, but this is actually just your electric panel on the left over here, and then your low voltage or your cable and internet over there as well. So then we don't have a coat closet. I thought we did. Okay, guess I need to actually go through the unit a little bit more, right? There is an X on this window. I don't know why that X is there. Someone could have just done it for fun, but I have no idea. Maybe the window's gonna fall out. But that's what we got. But going over to the left over here, we do have the bathroom. So this is the second bathroom. No one has to go in and see your mess in your unit, in your personal space. This is all for your guests. So it's pretty special, in my opinion, for a one bedroom to have that. And then you do have a sliding pocket door or a sliding door over here for your toilet area here. So going out into this area, you know what? I've never actually commented on this, but they have different tile in here in the bathrooms than out in the living rooms, but it's tile everywhere except for the bedroom itself has carpet. So that's kind of interesting. There's three different color tones in here. I never actually paid attention to that previously or highlighted it. Going into the kitchen area, you do have all electric appliances. So this is Bosch, and then of course all the other items are Bosch as well. The only thing that changes is going to be your KitchenAid air handler. So when you pull out, this is something that you press your button, and then it'll suck all the air out and up and out. There you go. You know what? I'm gonna actually be nice and make sure I turn this off so they don't have to deal with that later on. And then I just saw this, and I have to poke in here and check it out. This is a really tiny cupboard. Hey, but it's usable. That's pretty nice. Okay, cool, right on. And then going through here, oh, is this another corner one too? Let's see this. Oh, and it goes back around. Okay, cool, you got a lot of space. All right, and I'm always into this space situation for these condos because I always try to figure out what you have, what you don't have, and how you can use it the best way. Like, take a look at this. This is massive. So this is for your pots and pans right below, conveniently located right below your range area here. And these dead doors, no, they're not dead doors. It's actually a whole thing. Oh my gosh, so cool. Oh, what is this? Veer City Center, luxury units, use care guide. Oh my gosh, this is original. This is one of the original owners that had that, or at least kept that. So that's very cool. Okay, right on. I like that. Looking at all the appliances, everything's looking pretty good. Let's check this sink out real quick. Okay, coming through here, I do feel there is a little bit of chips here, and that's kind of common for these units because if you're washing your pots and pans, sometimes it chips this area here. But this is just one that I'm noticing, maybe two, nothing too much. This looks just fine. For your garbage disposal, you actually do have a garbage disposal in here. This is the button to run it. So it's an air button. You just press it. You don't have to do a switch on the wall or anything like that. You do have a glass backsplash here, which is kind of nice. I think that's kind of neat. It's something I don't really see too often. And then let's be nosy and check out these appliances and see how dirty or clean they are. Now, it doesn't look like I'm seeing too much wear and tear. They definitely have used it, but I'm not seeing anything that looks like abuse. So it's very nice, well-kept area. And let's go into the microwave and check this thing out. Microwave looks pretty clean to me, unless you guys are seeing something. I am not that tall, so I mean, if you're here, this is what my height is. Boom. The top of the head, top of the microwave. So I'm only 5'8". They say that's average. I don't think it is. I think it's probably less. But going into here, let's check this out. Oh yeah, hard water in here. That's totally common for these units. You have hard water in the dishwasher. And then going over to the refrigerator, nice and cold, it's keeping temperature. You always gotta make sure these things are actually working properly when you're looking at these units. And then one of the big things over here is ice makers, because people will turn off their ice makers and then inspectors will say, well, it's not working, but let's see if they have any ice in here. Yeah, there is ice. Look at that. All right, cool, it's working. But if they do not have that on, then we have to have the inspector, or we actually have to turn it off, or turn the ice maker on, and then come back and take a look at it the next day, because that's, takes a little bit to build ice. And sometimes we even have to have the inspector come out and verify it again, depending on the client. So agents, make sure that it's turned on so we can actually see that for the inspection. But that was one of my tangents. Washer and dryer is right here. A stackable washer and dryer right on the side. And then again, you do have this water monitoring system. So if you are not here and there is a leak, it can detect it and it will let the front desk know of this. So they can have maintenance come up and address the situation. Hey, cool. This is unique. I haven't seen this before. They have a mini pantry. So they used at least the 1 square feet that they have of space, or 2 square feet, and added all these shelves in here. Oh, that's very cool. So you have a mini pantry with this unit. That's nice, actually. And it may seem small, but again, storage is a big thing for these units. And if you have a space for storage, we want to add the storage in. Now, going into this view again, man, that looks really good. And then panning over here, this is all of your living room. Oh, you know what? I think my camera's a little high. Let me just come down a little bit. There we go. So you have an interesting layout here, and it's kind of like a 2-area thing. So I think we would put the outlet is over here. So you have outlet for cable and your television, power right there. You could, if you want, have a television right there, and then you have your view behind you. Or if you wanted to, maybe run your cable over here and put some kind of strap for your television to hang on that side from your pole. Just depends on what kind of artistic design you want to do. Now, let's go into this bedroom. Going into the bedroom area, this is a corner unit. So you get views from all the way from Park MGM, the mountains out there, and then scoping all the way around Cosmopolitan, the Aria, and then going into the other, North Strip, the north part of the Strip, and Las Vegas Boulevard right over here. So turning around there, and then you know what? Let's go ahead and close this a little bit so I can really get a feel for where I'm at. So if I'm in this room here, I may have the bed where I'm standing right now, possibly. And then that's what we have right now. We have our closet space. Let's take a look at this closet space so we can get in here and take a look at it. Okay. This may not seem like a lot, but it actually seems like it's a little bit more than normal, because sometimes we don't have the extra depth that goes into some of these units. And if you really want a lot more space, you can double this up by redesigning it and bringing these bars down a little bit and putting another set right up there. Like that would be like no problem at all. And so taking a look around from the other side, here is what it looks like here. You do have your pole over on that side, but that's just unavoidable with some of these units. And I'm just gonna pan down. You do have electric in the ground as well. So depending on where you want to put your bed, you could put it somewhere creative in here. But it's definitely a queen size bed at most, because I don't think there's room for a king. I think the king is not a possibility for this unit. And then going off to the side, oh, you know what? I just noticed this. I don't think There's no blinds. There's no blinds in this unit, but of course you could add them if you wanted to. And it does, just like other units, have the power off to the side, so we can add powered blinds if you want. It's pre-wired for that. That's just a nice feature that Veer has for all their units. Now, going into the bathroom itself, you do have the glass wraparound in here, and then all of this. So this is pretty nice. I do like this. But yeah, it's just pretty good. So far, so good. And it's very rare. It's very rare to have a corner unit that has a strip view and 2 bathrooms. So this is pretty neat. If you have any questions about this unit or any other high-rise condos, let me know. I'm going through this unit right now for one of my clients. And if you want to be one of my clients, I'll do the exact same thing for you as well. Have a good one, guys. We'll talk to you soon.